You're doing 12 to 15 cases a week and you're making $15,000 to $20,000 a month, but you're doing so much more revenue with the same amount of work that someone else is doing. You can reinvest so much more aggressively. You can start hiring now. And that is just so significant to growth. I mean, that's what's allowed us to scale to a $6 to $7 million a year agency. We can teach all of our agents how to do that. It's like rocket fuel. Two things we talk a lot about, first year commission and ROAS, and I'm a little bit different. So I met Justin about 2 or 3 years ago and we were generating $1,200, $1,500 per appointment. And I just didn't have enough people to talk to. Mm-hmm. So when I met Justin, it kind of solved a different gap for me. It solved the lead flow gap. Mm-hmm. You, on the other hand, you had lead flow. You knew how to create lead flow, but you weren't monetizing them correctly. So I mean, I guess my question is how has the $1,200 first year commission per client, the $1,500 first year commission per client, how has that influenced your business and what does it allow you to do now that you couldn't do before when you weren't monetizing those?
Yeah, you and I just had this conversation and I'm happy that there is a system because my KPIs with my campaigns, they're not quite ready to throw more money in. So instead of just sitting, he said, well, why don't you dial your people before the webinar starts? And it was that little thing that now I got 3 or 4 more auto books just on doing that. And the leads that attended are a whole lot warmer. So it's the little things like that. If you don't have a coach, that makes sense, but no one was going to tell me that. And sometimes we just don't think further than our nose. Yeah. So because I have something to follow, and then I have, something in front of me that I need to optimize, and then I have a coach. It's very seamless. Yeah. I'm very happy with it.
And I always say, when you want to do something you've never done before, you don't ask how, you ask who. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what you do so well, is you found one of the best marketers, in my opinion. And I think I'm one of the best sales trainers when it comes to Medicare in the country. And I think when you combine our two forces, it leads to something really cool. I mean, you're doing $20K a month right now, which is insanity as a solo agent.
Yeah, and to answer your question, sorry, I got off of that. I put it on a card. My dad always said, look, Alyssa, you got a credit card for a reason. You do what you need to do. And so I put it on a card, and that card was paid off by a lot of the ancillary that I sold. And, I lean on Chase because I need to stay in my lane and sell. I don't need to be worrying about people's retirement. So I lean on Chase a lot for any kind of ideas that my clients that they need help with and guidance with on the retirement side, which Chase has been really helpful with that. And we've worked together on some big cases, and it's freed up my credit card so I can go and optimize, but when it's ready, right? When the chart says so. When the numbers say so.
Well, I want to hit on that real quick. So that story Alyssa's referring to. So one little nugget in this video that we really teach people is how to take their Medicare leads and monetize them with retirement appointments. So I call it invisible revenue. You're not spending anything more for it, but you're creating this invisible stream of revenue from your revenue clients. So we taught Alyssa how to ask the retirement question. She pulled out a $600,000 annuity, set it for me. Long story short, Alyssa got a $15,000 check for setting an appointment. So just that little nugget paid for all of your consultation, your coaching, getting you to the point where you're at now where you could really run loose, free, and reinvest a heck of a lot more. There's one thing that stuck out that you said to me, or kind of I said to you, is 3 or 4 weeks ago, I'm like, man, in my head, I'm like, I'm seeing her on the production reports a lot more. I didn't want to say anything yet. I thought maybe I was a little biased and recognize and just maybe overthinking it. But 2 weeks went by, I'm like, okay, I definitely am. And I said to you, Alyssa, I said, am I out of my mind, or is your production just really taking a big jump? And one thing you said to me is, it's the osmosis. Like, you don't have any other choice when you're around people doing it at a high level. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. I just playing college sports. I am used to a team environment, so catching, like I said, the unicorn, like the work from home and everybody wants to do it. And in the very beginning it was that, but I've just been missing out on like all what is it? The tide brings all ships.
A rising tide lifts
Yeah.
all boats.
There you go. And it's shown in my production. Like, I don't want to be the weakest link in the office. Like, my ass is getting on the phone.
Yeah.
Like, you guys can see my computer if I'm like on YouTube or messing around
That is true.
somewhere. Like, we can. It's like you're in a glass building, and it shows your true self.
Yeah.
And so that would be, I wish I did it a whole lot earlier. It's now wanted me to get a team around me. So recruiting was always, for me, really fearful. I just kind of crashed and burned way too many times in life insurance because it's downline. It's, you do this, you do that. But I'm ready to now work. I'm looking at it from a different point of view. I want to work with people because I want to hire to my weaknesses. I don't want to duplicate myself. Like, you have a team that you guys just like fit like a freaking puzzle piece, and it's weird, but it's so cool and so attractive. And I mean, you yourself are probably unrecognizable from the chase last year, and and that's what I want to be, is just unrecognizable in a year.
Yeah, I think a lot of people can underestimate what can happen in a year. And I think you're a testament to that as well. I mean, where I've seen your growth go in a year is crazy. And that's what I love about the coach's office that we've designed, Justin, is it's designed for a brand new agent or an agency or FMO doing multiple millions per year. And we have touch points for everybody to grow. I mean, right now, a year ago from now, I don't know, you're probably doing $2,000, $3,000, maybe $4,000 a month. Now you're doing $20,000 a month. Like I told you the other day, I said, Alyssa, you are ready to hire.
Yeah.
You are ready to duplicate yourself. And that's going to be really cool to watch you go to the point from producer to leader and start to scale. And that's what I love about what we've done. I think we've really, our 3 core pillars, which I'll take partial credit. You can take majority. You take 75% of credit.
All right.
Optimize, amplify, scale. You really have knocked out pillar 1 and 2 now, and you're really starting to go to pillar 3, which is super exciting.